14 minutes to 11. It's BBC Radio Leicester, online, on digital and on 104.9 FM. How are you doing? All right? Good. Now, Leicester's very own tribute to Simon and Garfunkel will kick off the autumn leg of their nationwide tour in a few weeks' time. Sounds of Simon consist of Ben Bowden and Adam Ellis, and they join me now. Good morning to you guys.
Good morning.
Thanks very much indeed. I see, Ben, you've got the BBC shirt on. Small checks.
Yes, I have, yeah. Yeah, I'm admiring your tank top. It's very Paul Simon.
It is, isn't it? No, I never thought of it like that. Yeah, but, you know, this is not an original. Right. I hasten to add, this is not a 50s tank top. This was bought only quite recently. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah. Anyway, good morning, guys. Thanks ever so much for coming in. I suppose the obvious question for a start is, why Simon and Garfunkel?
Where to start on that one?
Where to start with that? They're just great. They're fantastic harmonies, great songwriting. Paul Simon is, I don't know, for me, one of the best songwriters, certainly the 20th century. Not a lyric misplaced, not a chord in the wrong place. It's just fantastic.
Yeah. And I think it's fairly well chronicled that they fell out at one point, didn't they? I mean, what is the situation with the pair of them now? Do you know? Does anybody know?
Out, they?
They're always falling out. Yeah.
They were going to tour, and then they fell out again. And then there was some... and Garfunkel has problems with his voice at the moment. He's struggling to sing. And then there were some pictures of them at the ball game. Not in Leicester, in New York. So I was looking at the word Leicester on your mic. So I don't know. They don't write to me anymore. So
no. Have you ever seen them perform live, Adam?
No, I haven't. No, I grew up with them in the car. You know, when I was a kid and stuff.
That a bit crowded.
yeah, it was a little. Yeah, Dad had a big estate at the time, so it was all right. But it was kind of my childhood kind of music, I guess, that along with other harmony-based stuff. So it's always been kind of part of my makeup, I suppose.
So how did you meet your other half, if I can put it like that?
Other half.
You know what I mean?
Plenty of fish. No. Well, basically, I run a recording studio for my day job. And many moons ago, I used to do like live sound at a little venue in Leicester. Ben was in a duo called Table 9 at the time, and I did sound for them. And then I just started the studio, so I suggested maybe they might like to come in and do a bit of recording. They did the first album with me, and then when Ben was looking for a replacement Garfunkel, he knew I was, into harmony singing and stuff, so gave me the call.
Okay. Yeah. And your studio, I have to say, is a remarkable little place. It's called Deadline Studios on Elston Road.
That's the one, yeah. Thank you.
My pleasure. Okay, tell me the story about Homeward Bound, because I bet you know it inside out, upside down and back to front.
Yeah.
I know it was supposed to have been written at a certain railway station, is
Widnes,
that right?
Apparently, and a plaque hangs there to this day to commemorate the writing of it there, but it's a bit of an urban myth.
Really?
I went up there a little while ago and filmed with the previous Garfunkel, filmed a film of us singing the song on the platform, and then I was invited up there to do the same thing again, but on my own for the One Show, which was very famous that day.
I bet.
And on that occasion, a guy called Jeff Speed was there, and he was he has a show on folk show on Radio Mersey, and he booked Paul Simon that night for the princely sum of £12 in Widnes. And it's quite
12 quid.
12 quid, yeah. And he said that he wouldn't have written it.
Really?
There. He dropped him off at the station and he ran straight for the train, got on the train and went away. But I think
that's a shame.
It is a shame, but it certainly comes from that period in his life, the whole longing to be back home with his girlfriend. He was living with a girl called Kathy in London and wanted to be back home. And then he said that if you've ever been to Widnes, you'll understand why I was so desperate to get home, which was a little bit harsh on Widnes. It seemed like a nice enough place to me, but he talks about the movies and the factories and things like that, and it's very sort of, it has that feel of something from around there. So
never mind. Well, I shall just ignore your explanation and never let the facts spoil a good story. That's what I say.
There are some on our YouTube film of seeing it on the platform. There are some. There's debate raging over whether or not he could have been going back to London, given that he's on Widnes platform and the direction the trains go, he should have been at Ditton, etc., etc., etc. But I've stayed above such.
I think you're very wise,
such
very wise. So briefly, tell me about your tour. Where are you off to?
Well, you probably know better than me. I'd have to check my diary.
Oh, the preparation you've done for this morning is astounding.
It's described here as a nationwide tour.
It is nationwide. It's actually European. We went to Germany in May. Yeah,
oh,
we went
goodness.
to Germany in May.
Right.
Which was great fun. It started really in January when Adam joined us, and it's the second leg. It's the autumn leg of the tour. But we have to come up with a new name for the tour because the last 2 years we've been doing an old friends tour, so we need a new name for the tour. But yeah, it starts at the Y Theatre on the 13th of September.
Right.
Tickets are available from the box office, obviously, and then it goes all the way through to final date is in December at Jules Yard in Market Harborough.
Splendid.
So we're bookending it, if you will, with
nice.
Yeah, I like that. I've planned that.
Yeah,
I wrote
work.
it down this morning.
Bookending it. Okay.
Somebody's prepared.
Yeah.
You're going to perform a track for us live.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
You're looking at me again. I was just swigging my tea.
He's looking at Adam, not me. By the way.
I think we'll do the Boxer.
The Boxer.
The Boxer.
Okay. So, Sounds of Simon performing live on BBC Radio Leicester.
Just a poor boy, though my story's seldom told. I have squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. All lies and jest, still a man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. Left my home and my family. I was no more than a boy in the company of strangers, in the quiet of a railway station, running scared, laying low, seeking out the poorer quarters where the ragged people go, looking for the places only they would know. Lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie. Asking only a workman's wages, I come looking for a job, but I get no offers. Just to come home from the halls on 7th Avenue. I do declare there were times when I was so lonesome I took some comfort there. La 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 la. Stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade, and he carries the reminders of every glove that's laid him down or cut him till he cried out in his anger and his shame. I am leaving, but the fighter still remains.
That was truly superb, guys. I mean that sincerely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. The Box are there, as played by the Sounds of Simon, and they're kicking off at the Y Theatre. If you want to book your ticket, the box office number at the Y is 0116 255 7066. That's 0116 255 7066, and they've got their own website as well. Woo! It's the Sounds of Simon. That's all one word. Ben Bowden, Adam Ellis, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely top draw stuff. And I'm not the only one saying this. We've had calls already, and among them, Carlin Bursell says, what a great song. Absolutely fabulous. My favourite track. Great to hear. Well done.
Does you want tickets?
To the news we go with the Supremes.